All right, good people, really quickly, I am H. Cortez, financial health mentor and founder of the Money School. Today we're talking about the fact that how you make your money is more important than how much money you make. And the reason that is because how you make your money determine how you're taxed here in America. So let's get into it really quickly. Thank you guys for subscribing to the Money School. Love to have you. Glad that you're interested in this subject on tax minimization, because taxes is your largest expense, right? So in America, you can choose three ways to make your money primarily. You can make your money as a W-2 or a job. You can make your money as a 1099 or a biz owner, or you can make your money as an investor, right? So why is this important to know? Because as a W-2 or a job or a laborer, you're going to pay anywhere from 28 to 33% in income tax alone. Then as a business owner, the net effect of your tax situation as a business is 18 to 23%. And then for investors, they will pay less than 15%, because when you make money with money, your tax least of all. So your goal in life as it relates to your finance should be trying to move from the situation where you're taxed the absolute most to a situation where you're taxed the absolute least. So if you can understand and wrap your mind around this, I think you'll be golden. Now, I know a lot of people will say, well, Cortez, do we really pay 28 to 33%? For most cases, most people who are working a job, Fed is going to be about 25%. And then if you're in a state that has a state tax, state is going to be right around 7%. And then if you're in a city like New York, like St. Louis, that's going to be anywhere from city/local, anywhere from 2 to 3%. So you add that up and you do the math and you tell me this is just the taxes that are coming from your paycheck. Now, when you add the fact that in most states, I know in St. Louis, in some parts of the county, you're going to pay anywhere in a sales tax 8 to 9%, right? So now, if you add all of this up, we're looking at anywhere from 40 to 50% of our income that goes to taxes if you only work a job. Now, I'm not a person that bashes people with jobs. I worked a job for most of my adult life, but I just understood fundamentally that if I'm going to be successful financially, I cannot continue to operate on 50% of my income. Where is my money left to invest? Where is my money to start a business? Is non-existent because of this situation right here. Now, what I want to show you really quickly is the power in having a home-based business and how it affects your taxes. Yes, that is my thing. That's all I talk about. Having a home-based business makes a huge difference in terms of taxes. Why? Because number one, your Form W-4 or your tax withholdings, your tax withholding form will reflect that you're a business owner, and that will allow you to get an increase in your take-home pay on your job, $200 to $600 per month. Now, inside this module and in these lessons, I will have other professionals that people know, love, and respect, like Robert Kiyosaki teaches this. Grant Cardone teaches this, the power of this. So you've got to understand it. Why? Because this extra $200 to $600 coming back into your household, you can then use that to minimize your debt, right? Because that's the other thing that's going to rob us. Taxes is taking a third of our income. Debt is going to take another third of your income. So if you added a home-based business, it's going to allow you to minimize your taxes through the W-4 tax withholding. Then you're going to be able to minimize your debt by taking this extra money. And don't let lifestyle creep happen. Don't spend more money because you make more. Take this money and use it to get rid of your debt. You might as well minimize your expenses. While you're at it, cut out the cable, cut out going out to eat every week. Cut out going out to lunch and start brown bagging it, because that's going to save you money to get you out of debt, and that's going to free up your cash flow. The other thing that a home-based business does in terms of a tax minimization standpoint is now your cell phone, your internet, miles that you're putting on your vehicles, right? Travel. What else do we have? Some meals, right? All of these things, rent, become legally, ethically, and morally tax deductible expenses. This stuff, you're going to spend money on this stuff whether you have a business or not. You might as well have a business and allow this stuff to become tax write-offs for you. So it's going to save you an additional $12,000 to $15,000 per year when you add up all the write-offs that you are allowed to have as a home-based business owner. What that's ultimately going to do is you take the money that you save here, get yourself out of debt, minimize your expenses, write off your lifestyle. You take the $12,000 to $15,000 that you save, and then you're going to go and invest, right? What do I invest in? Well, hell, I don't know you, but you can invest in anything from paper assets, cryptocurrency, real estate, precious metals, traditional business. What you invest in doesn't really matter. The reason people aren't investing is because A, they don't have the money, and B, they're scared to death, right? Point blank, period. Well, how do you overcome fear? It's through knowledge and education. So you get with a program that's going to teach you how to overcome that fear and educate you on the power of investing. We just showed you by having a home-based business, you get to save all of this money in taxes. That frees up the money that you could be using to invest. So how you make your money determines how you're taxed. Anybody in America, if they're serious about their finances, can start a home-based business, right? What does it cost to start a home-based business? Well, a website you can set up with Weebly or Wix for free. A domain name, if you use a place like Namecheap, will cost you anywhere from $1.99 up to $15, right? Fictitious name, I think I spelled that right, with your state will cost you anywhere from $10 to $15. Here in Missouri, it's only $8, right? So you got free, 15 bucks. What are you going to build your business around? If you have a gift, talent, or special ability, then use that to build a business around that. As a basketball coach and trainer, I started all amateur sports, Solid Foundation Athletic Academy with no huge startup costs, right? And I train kids in athletics, right? So you got your website, you got your domain name, you got your fictitious name. If you wanted to do LLC, this varies by state. In Missouri, it's $50. I think in Illinois, it's $200, $300. It just depends on where you are. But if you had to spend, say, $500, right? I'm a big fan of MLM. You can start a network marketing company for as little as $30 in some cases, $10, right? It depends. But you start a business, say it took you $500 to get that thing up and running, and say because of all of the tax write-offs and all of this stuff, you end up getting $15,000 in tax deductions for the year. Well, for every $1,000 that you get in, I did that wrong. That's 1,500, 15,000. Every $1,000 that you get in a tax write-off will literally bring about $300 back into your pocket. So we're looking at you'll actually save about $5,000 in cash by having a home-based business that you started with $500. Maybe you put $200 a month into it. So that's another $2,400. So you're still all good with your tax savings, and what you save money on is the stuff that you were going to spend on whether you have a home-based business or not. So remember, how you make your money in America determines how you're taxed in America. So to me, how you make your money is more important than how much money you make. So that's it for today's lesson in the tax minimization school of the Money School. Hopefully you continue to come back, get yourself trained, apply these strategies. And if you're using these strategies, we want to hear from you. Click on the comment section below and leave us a comment about how you're using these strategies and how they're working for you. I love to help you guys with this free education. That's why the Money School exists. So until I talk to you next time, get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. So hustle up.